day started with some second gen VE action, like we mentioned in the previous video on kind of part one of our 24 valve VE swap kind of video series, that we were going to be buttoning up quite a few loose odds and ends, getting things in their permanent home. So that is what we're going to be kind of working on a little bit this morning. I do need to kind of make a pit stop because I have a doctor's appointment, but I'm going to bring you guys along, not to the doctor's appointment, but to the stop that is right next to the doctor's office. So if you guys have heard me talk about kind of like the used parts mecca that happens to be in our backyard, we gotta stop there for one thing, but it never really turns into one thing. I always like get myself in a little bit of a trouble with like all of the used parts. So maybe we'll pick up some parts, maybe we won't, but I'm gonna kind of bring you guys along there, and then we're gonna come back to the shop. Michael is kind of wrapping up some stuff this morning, and then we're both gonna kind of jump on the second gen. That's where the day is loosely starting anyway. Who knows where it is going to take us, but either way, we are just gonna keep the camera rolling and see where the day progresses and just kind of keep you guys in the loop and film everything as it happens. But anyway, let's get to... Here we are, Mitten Motors. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into today here. Old first gen action here. Some cabs. Like I said, guys, this is kind of like the hidden gem of this this town that I never knew about. They part out all Dodge trucks all the time. And that's all they do. Honestly, it's like my calling. Like I feel like I was almost born to do that as well. These guys have a ton of stuff here, so we're gonna walk around, see what we can find. Well, this is what the main piece that we came here for was. I don't know, for some reason, I believe one truck did not have it, and we stole it out of another one, and we just never got one back. So, boom, a little spare tire cover action back for the 15 because we had to steal it. So, got that. Cabs for days. I'm telling you, if you want like rust-free mint parts. Dang, take a look at this. It's a mega cab. Interesting. You don't see that too often. A mega cab. Wow. Telling you guys, if you are looking for some rust-free southern parts, take a look at this as I'm walking around. This is just a really nice standard cab, first gen cab. Like, stuff is in, like, this is the difference between living down here and living up north. Like, you just don't deal with the nonsense. Like, that's a pretty dang solid single cab, first gen cab. I know you guys are like me. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of projects, so I figured I'd show you guys, help you guys out. Mitten Motors, Bowling Green, Kentucky. I'm trying to see if we can't figure out an interior for the shorty truck. I don't know, like this kind of two-tone dash here, that might, I don't know, that'd be cool. Like fourth gen dash swap the shorty and still have it be tan and still kind of keep some tan seats. I don't know what we do about the business console. I really want to, I don't know why. I really just want a business console in the short cab, in the short cab. I'm pretty sure this is the door Lance was telling me about. That is a single cab door, but it's rounded. And we have a rounded one on the driver's side. I really, the shorty, I really want to stick with a 06 door. So if we need a 06 door, we need a passenger door, or no, we need a driver's door. We need a driver's square door. If we want to go rounded, we would need a passenger door. So I'm not sure if he has a door. Axles and frames, 4 days. Business center console. There's the rest of that. Check this out. Not exactly what we were looking for by any means, but this is the lighter gray interior that is in the 15 right now. But it's a business style console, but for the lighter interior. Now we do actually want to swap the entire interior in the 15 to like a Laramie interior, but I just really love the business console, so I'm wondering how much this unit is right here. Maybe we temporarily put that in now. I think that would work, and it would match the rest of it like it would come that way. Actually been here quite a bit longer than I anticipated because they've actually got a couple diesels in here, and sometimes it's gas, sometimes it's diesels, but like body parts are body parts, right? So it doesn't really matter. Another diesel. Got a few diesels. Check that out. Got old Ace and Trans on this beast. Man, there's just always way too much interesting stuff here. Like this is not a healthy place for me to be, honestly. I'm just like, oh, we can save all of this. We can save all of this. And then you got this unit right here. It's got the old handshaker in her. Like, I'm honestly not sure I should even be telling you guys about this place. All right, well, as I expected, that's the whole reason why I try and stay away from there, because we end up spending too much time and too much money there. So Lance is a great dude. He always helps me out, and we found a couple other things and stuff that we are going to be coming home with. We kind of just ran out of there because we got other stuff to do today, but he's going to go ahead and pull some of that stuff apart for me, and we are going to have some more work to do on a couple different trucks. We are headed back finally, and we are going to get some more work done on the second gen, give Michael a hand, and we'll come back and pick up that stuff a little bit later. You let me go on my field trip way too long. Spent too much time and too much money searching for used junk.
Did you record all that?
Oh yeah. Oh, I recorded it all. I recorded all the pickings. I told you, me and Michael, I came back here. Me and Michael have talked about this, and he's like, we came up with a solution for this thing things to keep happening. I'm only allowed one field trip / outing to go look at junk, you know, once a month. And then I might be getting a budget set too as well, because that also seems to be a thing. So I was informed that the BMW trip the other day was already my one allowance. So I'm already in the negative for next month.
Correct. So June.
So it's a rollover program.
Well, May you're allowed to go.
So like if I save them all up for December, you're telling me I go 12 times in 1 month? Anyway, you know, Michael, just take it away. While I was out nonsensing.
Trying to get this thing ready for the dyno?
Heck yeah.
We're like a radiator and intercooler away from ripping on.
Heck yeah. Throttle linkage worked out all right.
Yeah.
I mean, dyno rated. I mean, honestly, it's kind of where we're at. So intake horn, tidied up a few things. Got the belt on her.
Yeah, like there's some things that are like just done for the day, but like can be ordered and done correctly before August. But
yeah,
we're trying to
like speed up the series for you guys, so it's not a huge time lapse. So some things, again, yes, aren't perfect, but they are done enough to function correctly, safely. And then we're gonna order some nice pieces and parts. We'll show you guys all that stuff too. But for now, we can kind of get our video series done, and then all the time lapse of waiting for parts and stuff like that, we can do that. You guys don't care about that. You'd like to see that done. So that's where we're at. So we got some vent hose here. We're gonna button that up, and then, like Michael said, put some coolant in her, hook up our intercooler pipes, and off to the races we go. Oh, dude, we can't. Oh, this thing's not ready to go. Our fog lights aren't plugged in. We can't download this thing without the fog lights plugged in. Guys, we are a little wham bam, thank you, ma'am. We are done skis. We are ready to
Done skis.
done skis. It's like a bro ski, but you're done at the same time, so you're done skis. Kind of like just like that turbo bearings over there.
Done skis.
Yeah, it's all right. Once our GT55 gets here, we're not worried about that thing anyway. What? No, you're done.
I'll be done.
You're done. Keep going.
No.
You're done.
Did you hear that, Rick Fox? Yeah, we're done.
You're done. You're done. When are you getting a haircut, dude?
Just going with the flow. You know?
Anyway, boys, we are getting ready to fire this thing up. Intercooler pipes are on. We've got our intake horn on. Radiator, intercooler, all that's tight. All that's ready to rip. And we are ready to fire this thing up. We got to put some coolant in it. And then I think we're ready to weasel this. We're gonna put it over there. So this thing needs a bath. I got to wash this thing. What?
Fog lights, bro.
Oh, the fog lights, dude. Hold on, let me do it. Air filter is not on because winters don't run air filters, and that's pretty much a wrap. We can't sacrifice that horsepower. I mean, come on. Even if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that VE needs all the help it can get. Hey, you know what? Let's take this down until before it beans you again. You can't lose any more brain cells than you already have. You know, all inhaling all this diesel fuel. Fire in the hole, Jim. Planning on possibly doing the dyno in this same video, but what happens on the dyno is it gets pretty long, it gets pretty lengthy, and this video turns into a very long multi-dayed video, and I don't want to do that. It's kind of easier for us to kind of just end the day or the day after and not get super long. So you guys will have to come back for that video very, very soon. But I will show you guys exactly what we got at our buddy at Mitten Motors, a little salvage yard pick. Like we kind of hinted in the video, I tend to get myself into a little bit of trouble because one man's junk is another man's treasure, and I tend to just have much bigger eyes than we have time to get involved with. I would have all of the projects all of the time, but we have to be able to knock these things out, right? So here's what we got. They're kind of just little mini stuff that we've been needing for a couple different trucks. So we've talked a little bit about the 15. Now the end goal for that truck, seeing it was is a tradesman truck, I want to fully Laramie swap the whole interior, like dash everything, basically mimic what the 18 dually looks like inside. Well, that requires a lot of time, a lot of effort, the dash, everything. So we're gonna wait on that. It also is a big cost to do all of that, right? So what we found in the meantime and where we kind of ended up with is the gray inside here isn't bad by any means. So we're gonna kind of stick with the gray. They kind of have all black panels to begin with, but we've wanted to upgrade the radio. We've wanted to kind of do something. Again, I'll mention, I just have a thing for business center consoles. I'm not sure why, it's just a thing. So what we've got there, we actually got this one from Mitten. Actually went on Marketplace, of course, you know, another thing for me. So Marketplace, we actually found this one. So they're actually very, very similar, slight differences, but both have a gray top to them, which is the same gray that is kind of in throughout that entire truck. So that truck that came out of actually had the 8.4 screen and bezel. So I was like, okay, we're here. And again, we went there for the spare tire cover. But I always walk around because you never know what he's got there. And that's where the trouble comes in. So he had the 8.4 screen. He had the correct bezel for that. And we have a business center console, which will now kind of mate up inside here. So that will give us a all gray look business center console. We can upgrade the radio at the same time. So we've got a radio upgrade, a center console upgrade, kind of all in one shot right here. We're not going to get into kind of installing that stuff, but in an upcoming video, we probably will. So if you're interested in something like that, stay tuned. He had another very, very clean tailgate. We'll get into that a little bit. We've got some wheel well liners because the second gen has been missing wheel well liners ever since we painted it. So not sure what happened to that, but back there, we have got a almost brand new 4th gen gooseneck hitch, which I saw just basically hanging out in a truck. And I'm like, that looks brand new and it's perfectly fine. And the 15, honestly, most of these parts are for the 15. The 15 does not have a gooseneck ball in it, did not have the factory prep package. We only have the dually currently as of right now that even can tow a gooseneck trailer. So in my mind, I'm like, you gotta be able to have a couple, if it can't tow a trailer, well, I mean, do you even really have a truck? Answer that. Do you even have a truck? That axle back section, factory exhaust was hanging out there. So I was like, you know what, we can use that somewhere for something. So he kind of, like I said, Lance is the man. He helps me out. I was like, man, what's up with that? The rest of it's kind of trash. I'm like, man, I can use the axle back section for something. So we went ahead and got that. Also, inside here, another one of my things, the 15, because it's a tradesman, does not have buttons behind the steering wheel like some of the higher trim models. So another little thing, it's basically tradesman upgrade day when that comes. And he, like I said, he also had the 8.4 screen there, which we're gonna go ahead and do in the very, very near future. One thing also that we'll get into, and I know might interest a lot of you guys, because I know a lot of you guys have tradesman trucks that wanna slowly maybe upgrade to some of the nicer features. This right here, while we're inside doing this, and we'll upgrade this piece as well with the heater controls, we have got upfitter switches. So I'm like, if I'm in here, I'm gonna do the upfitter switches because we got some stuff we wanna install. I like putting them in upfitter switches instead of putting the switch really anywhere else if it's possible to do. So there is a little brief explanation of what we got into there. Like I said, I am still trying to figure out exactly what to do with the Shorty. The Shorty can go so many different directions that it honestly kind of confuses me and people that work. Like, I want to put different seats in it. I want to put a different center console in it, a business center console. Finding a 3rd gen one is a little difficult, but then you get into like, do you want to go through the whole entire thing of swapping a dash into it? I don't know. That is like the coolest, most expensive option. It's like, man, if you just want an all black interior, like you could swap a different dash from a different year truck into it. It's like, do I want to go through all that? I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. Didn't mean to ramble here at the end, but just kind of keeping you guys updated. Really, I want to try and find a door. You go there for one thing, it turns into an entire thing. But that's going to wrap up the video, guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned for dyno action on the 2nd gen. We're going to be working on Michael's rail, his new cylinder head. Stay tuned. Lots of action happening. See you next video. See ya.